Hello everyone, welcome to the day 5 of AZ900 Bootcamp. That is the initiative of Azure Developer Community, and you guys are here for since 5 days, and I'm very glad that you have all meet the fifth day also. And welcome everyone for on the fifth day of AZ900 Bootcamp. This is Lakshya Pant, your host for today, and today we are going to do some really crazy stuff. Like first, Dilip sir is going to give the right idea. He will teach you the right approach, how you can just scrutinize or eliminate the unneeded part in the questions and everything like this. So how you should approach a question in a easy 900 exam. Then we have some quiz scheduled for you all, so you must participate in that quiz so that you can just win some Microsoft merchandise for that. So let's get started. I'm just giving the stage to Dilip sir. Over to you, sir.
Hey guys, hi, welcome to the session. And today is going to be last day of a session. And so, what are we going to do today? I mean, we have covered all the syllabus and so on. And the next part is to test your knowledge, right? So that's when your certification comes into picture. Okay. So I'll just give a brief idea of the certification first, and then probably let's get to know some of the questions, how to answer at least some common questions, and probably let's see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. So as you all know, AC 900 is a basic exam, and you will be having a very easy questions on that. Okay. So the first checkpoint is done. That okay, the questions are going to be damn easy. You just need to know the services what we have covered. Okay. And apart from that, what else? So there might be different scenario based questions, yes and no. Okay. So scenario based questions in the sense you will not actually have to read long passages as you have to read in your exams. No, that's not going to be the case. It's just going to be the small set of questions and how it's going to be there. Okay. So the total exam is for around 1000 marks, and the minimum passing marks is 700, so you have to score at least 70%. Okay. Okay, don't worry when I tell 70%, and it's not going to be that hard. Okay. So it's actually very easy. You'll be having probably 30-40 questions roughly, less than that at times. And each question might be, there might be questions where you have two answers, so you can get 2 points over there. Okay, so the point division is quite easy. And not to worry when I tell 70% is the passing marks. I know that you guys in your university it's 35, but here it's 70. But 70, at getting 70 is not that tough here, and it's going to be easy. So it's just how you apply, how you have gone through the session, probably think of some scenarios, how revise and so on. Okay. So this is going to be the things, okay, for today. So let's get started, okay, with today's session. um Sharing my screen. So I want you guys to be really quick today. So all these days, probably one or two guys might have been answering, but today, we are going to be quick. We are going to finish the things quickly. But I want your support here, just to understand the questions and to answer the things. Yeah. So I just need that support from you guys today. Okay. So let's get started. I have prepared around 25 odd questions. So these are the questions available in the documentation itself, and might be you might have the same questions in the exam as well. Okay. So let's you just ping over here the question answers, whatever the question is for, and let's see how to find the right answer. Yep. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, the first question is, which cloud model uses some data centers focused on providing cloud services to anyone wants them? Okay, and some data centers that are focused on single customer. Okay, so you got this question. um, which cloud model uses some data center focused on providing cloud services to anyone that wants them, and some data centers that are focused on a single customer. Okay, so there are three options here: public cloud, hybrid cloud, and multi cloud. Okay, so can you just guess the answers? I'll just wait for probably 5 or 10 seconds, that's it. Okay, so you guys can ping me the answers over here. So we'll try to decode the questions once you have the answers over here. Okay. Yeah, you guys need to be quick today. because the exam is also probably for an hour or 1.5 hour. So you guys need to be really quick in choosing the answers as well. Okay. Mm, okay, no one is answering. Okay. So let me just decode this for you. Okay, we have Varsha answering good. Varsha, public cloud, you're answering good. So we want other answers. Private cloud. Okay. Vijay, hybrid cloud. Okay. Um, okay, so we have some answers here. Where all three mixed answers. Let's see what's that. Okay. Um, okay. So this question, if you see, right, it's focused on the data centers, right? So it's focused on the data centers. When you tell data centers, it's basically where your things are hosted. Okay. So the first set is providing cloud services who to anyone that wants them. Yeah. So this is part of public cloud, right? And some data centers that are focused on a single customer. So this is sort of on-prem, yeah, only for a single customer. Okay. So now we have both over here, or on-prem or private cloud over here, right? We have two things over here. When two things are there, what you guys think is a Venn diagram, right? Public cloud, private cloud, and this section is known as hybrid cloud. Yes. So the correct answer is hybrid cloud because it gives the capacity of both for anyone who wants them and data centers that focus on a single customer. So the right answer is hybrid cloud. Yeah. So all clear? Anyone has any doubts with this? Okay, we'll move on to the next question. I hope I'm clear in this question. So we'll get move on to the next question. Okay. According to the shared responsibility model, which cloud service type places the most responsibility on the customer? The options are IaaS, software as a service, SaaS, and PaaS. What are your thoughts on this? Just choose some random, that's fine. I mean, we are not here to on a quiz part, so just choose whatever questions comes to mind. And this will gonna probably this thing's gonna help you win the goodies in the next upcoming quiz. So some questions might be repeated as well, so just try your best to answer the questions over here. Okay. Pass, SAS. Okay, we have two for pass and two for SAS. Okay. So let's see. So I think I had showed you the shared responsibility model, right? um where most of the things, if you see, cloud service places the most responsibility of them on the customer. And if you see here, software as a service, most of the responsibility is taken care by the provider, right? Most of the responsibility is taken care by the provider. And platform as a service is kind of shared, only application and data and application will be taken care by the customer. Rest, networking, everything will be taken care by the provider. Okay, so we have eliminated this, we have eliminated this, and the only one option is IAS. Because if you see that model, if you recall that model, so you can see that most of the responsibility are being taken by the customer itself. Okay, so the right answer is infrastructure as a service. Yeah, so any doubt here? So we have seen how to eliminate the answers now. So this is the best way, probably you can eliminate the wrong answers and get to a conclusion of what is the right answers from the based on the questions itself. Okay, so, and this technique will really help you in your probably most of the competitive exams and so on. Okay, next question. Okay, which scaling involves adding or removing resources to meet the demand? Okay, vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, and direct scaling. So your thoughts on this? I'm waiting for 10 more seconds, so please ping your answers over here. Okay. We have one Nikhil telling vertical, Purnima telling direct, again vertical. Okay, let's see what is this question now. Okay, so which scaling technique involves adding or removing the resources? Okay, so first thing, there is no such concept of direct scaling, so let's eliminate it right away. Okay, so now there are other two, vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. When I tell vertical scaling, it's like this, right? And horizontal scaling is like this. Okay, so what is vertical scaling? Vertical scaling is basically you go and add more power to the resources. Like if it's 16 GB, you increase it to 32 GB, 64 GB, and so on. Okay, so this is vertical scaling. In horizontal scaling, you add multiple systems of that 16 GB. Okay, so as I told you, one of the example of Hotstar, where my system can't handle it, I'll increase it for some time, but still it can't handle it, I'll get 10 or 20 more such systems. So that is known as horizontal scaling. Yeah, so I'm adding more resources over here. When things are not there, I'm removing the resources. When India Pakistan match, I'm adding 5 resources. When India, sorry, Bangladesh and Zimbabwe match, I'm just removing all the resources and just keeping one system. Okay, so adding or removing things, so I'm doing it horizontally, so that is known as horizontal scaling. Yeah. Let's go to the next question now. What is characterized as the ability of system to recover from failures and continue to function? Any guesses on this? 10 more seconds. Anyone with the answers? Okay, so we have multiple for reliability and predictability. Okay, let's see what's the right answer. So, ability of a system to recover, okay, from failures, okay, and to continue to function. Okay, so these two are the keywords for us. So first, let's see what is scalability. Scalability is basically adding or removing the resources, right? So nowhere it's related to recovery, so let's eliminate this. Predictability, again a jargon or something that's not there exactly in Azure, so it will predict unforeseen circumstances. Let's see in that way. Okay, so and predicting is not equivalent to recovering, right? It will predict but it will not recover. So the only option left is reliability. So I think one of the terminologies what mentioned is reliability is how your system is reliable. Whenever it is failure also, how it is able to handle it things. Okay, that's when you tell it as a reliable system, right? Or any general terms, if you tell something is reliable, I am reliable on him, even in his downtime he will go to support me. So that is what reliability is. Okay, so the right answer is reliability. Okay, so the next question. Okay, which cloud service provider type is most suited to live lift? Okay, this is lift. Okay, okay, I think I misprinted it, it's lift. Okay, and shift migration from on-prem data center to a cloud deployment. We have IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. What do you think? Okay, PaaS, SaaS. I'm waiting for two more answers. Let's see. SaaS. IaaS. Okay, we have all the three here. So uh, let's see how to decode the things now here. Okay, lift and shift the migration, okay, from on-prem data center to a cloud deployment. So there are three keywords, right? Lift and shift, on-prem, and the cloud deployment, right? There are three things. SaaS. So SaaS, basically everything is ready made for you, right? You just need to go and configure it. Here you don't have to get your own data, anything. Everything is there ready made. You just need to give it the input. Nowhere you're lifting and shifting from your on-prem, right? So let's eliminate this. Okay, platform as a service. So platform as a service, I told you get your application, you get your data, right? Rest all will be taken care by the provider itself. So you're ideally, if you lift and shift also, generally when on premises is there, you will be having your own networks, you have your own servers, your own database, your licenses and stuff. So what about these when you go for pass, right? So again the things are waste. So the only option available is infrastructure as a service, where everything will be there. You have your OS, you have networking, you have servers, so you have your licenses and everything. You just lift this, I mean whatever they are providing, you take it, and your OS database license and all, you take it and configure it in the VM what's given by the Azure. So lift and shift on-prem to cloud and prem. So I had mentioned one of the point in our session, right? Whenever you are migrating from on-prem to a cloud deployment, then the only option you should think is IaaS. Okay. Okay, so with this we'll choose IAS as our answer. Okay, so the next one, which type of cloud service would a finance and expense tracking solution typically be in? Okay, what do you think? So consider I am integrating myself. I'll just make it more simpler for you guys. Okay, I'm integrating with the ready-made tool of a finance and expense. I just need to enter my expenses and it'll only create the data things for me there. It'll only create a data sheet for me. So infrastructure, platform, and SaaS, which is going to be the right answers? IAS, SaaS. Okay, SaaS. Okay. Okay, pass. Okay, so let's decode the answers. Okay, infrastructure as a code. Again, I am not bothered anywhere they didn't mention about the infra. You are getting the infra or anything, right? So right away, I'm eliminating this. Okay, platform as a service, again no. Why? Because it's just tells finance and expense tracking solution. I already have a solution. It's just okay, give me a data, I'm calculating the stuff and giving you. It's just a tool. Okay, when it's just a tool, the software as a service is a better option. Okay, if this is not there, then probably this would have been the right answer. But since software as a service is there, so this is a good answer because it's just a tool. So like consider this as a O365 or a G plus, right? You ideally don't do anything. You just need to configure the stuff there and upload your photos, and it will take care of the stuff. You're not even doing 0.1% of coding right there. Um, so software as a service is the right answer. So also, just to remember, finance and expense tracking is there. Okay. Um, uh, okay, finance and expense tracking is there. Also, some other things you might get in exam is basically ticketing tool, ticketing, email. If you get all these things right, the correct answer is SaaS only. Okay, so these kind of services or anything referring to a tool. Okay, let's go to the next one. How many resource groups can a resource be in at the same time? One, two, three. I'm just waiting for 10 more seconds. One, three. Okay, three. Okay, so let's decode. Okay, so most of you guys told three. Let's three. Is this three the right answer? Okay, so resource group and a resource. So what is a resource group? Resource group is a logical grouping. So it acts as a container of all the resources. So in this, I can put how many ever resources I want. Okay, I can put how many ever resources I want. But okay, so but the thing is, this resource, one resource can be just part of this container. This resource can't be part of another container. So remember guys, at any given point of time, in one resource can be part of only one resource group. Okay, it's like you put a resource in one box, it can be just part of this box, it can't be simultaneously in the in two boxes. Okay, so imagine it in that way. Okay, yes, you can change it, like you don't want this box, you can change it tomorrow, but at simultaneously, what it's saying at the same time, right? It means simultaneously at same time, it can't be in two boxes. Okay, so the answer is one. Okay, so let's go for the next one. Okay, which Azure feature replicates resources across the regions that are at least 300 miles away from each other? Region pairs, availability zones, sovereign regions. 10 more seconds, type in your answers. Availability zones. Any other answers? Region pairs, availability zones. Okay. Okay, so let's try to decode this answer. Okay, so first, sovereign regions, rightly no, because this is something that is specific to the government, like the Azure China region and so on, right? So this is not the case where your data is actually isolated and protected. Next comes the availability zone. So what is availability zones? Availability zones is basically within the data, within the region, multiple data centers will be there. So if here a resource will be there, it will replicate into this resource and this will be replicated here. So this is within the same region, so that is availability zones, right? So this is also not the right answer, because availability zones is within the single data center region. Like South Indian region, we have three data centers: Bangalore, Hyderabad and Chennai. So the resource you created will be replicated into the three types, but here they are asking 300 miles away. Feature replicate the resources at least 300 miles away. So in this case there are two things, right? Replication of resources and 300 miles away. So it means that there are two zones. Okay, region 1 and region 2, and 300 miles away, the first thing that you should remember is region pairs. Okay, so region pair is the right answer. Okay, I hope I'm clear over here. Yeah, so we'll go to the next question. You just ping in if you have any doubt. I'm reading the comments. So if you guys have any questions, please do ping. Else we'll be going to the next questions. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Which Azure storage services supports big data analytics as well as handling text and binary data types, blobs, files, and disks? Okay. 10 more seconds. Blobs. Disks. Okay, so let's see why blobs and disks. Okay, so Azure Disk is basically, so the let's the question. Okay, so first thing, main thing, what you need to do is read the question properly. Okay, Azure Storage Services. So they're talking about only storages now. Supports big data analytics. Okay, so when you tell here, okay, all the three might support big data analytics. Okay, so it's tough to eliminate the answers over here. But when I tell text and binary, so it means that any sort of data, binaries, you can convert any data to binary, right? So only thing that will support binary is blobs. So right away you can choose Azure blobs, right? The meaning of blobs is also binary large object data, right? So that's why binary, anything you get binary data, text and all, right? First text, again it's confusing, but you have binary data, eliminate all other two and choose blobs. Okay, it's straightforward answer. Okay, next one. User is simultaneously assigned multiple roles, okay, that use role based access control. So we saw role based access control, right? What are their permissions? Okay, read only, write only, and read and write. Any guesses over here? Read, okay. Read only, okay. Read only. Mm-hmm. Read only, okay. Let's see why read only. Okay, so here you see user is simultaneously assigned multiple roles. Okay, so when you tell multiple roles, it's not one role but two roles, right? So by this only you can understand there are two or two plus roles. Here any option that has two plus roles is read and write. So by direct guess you can tell it's read and write. Okay, so the read and write is the right answer. Okay, we'll go to the next question. What Azure feature can help stay organized and track usage based on the metadata associated with the resource? So I think we covered this topic yesterday itself, so you must be able to relate to it. Okay, features help can help stay organized and track usage based on the metadata associated with the resources. Yeah, tags, traces, and values. What might be the right answers? Tags. Yes. So most of you have told tax, right? So tax is the right answer. Why? Because we have something called metadata over here, and anything associated with metadata is tax. Okay, so you can help organize as we talk, like cost center marketing. It all helps us to organize. Okay, so tax is the right answer over here. Um, Next question. Let's see the next question. What service help you to manage your Azure on-premises and multi-cloud environments? Azure Arc, Azure Policy, Azure Cloud Manager. What might be the right answer? Mm, any guesses? Okay, Cloud Manager. We have one answer here, Cloud Manager. So manager, okay, Azure policies. Okay, let's see what. So Azure Cloud Manager, no, it just manages the stuff for you and anything. So there is no such exact thing like Azure Cloud Manager and all. So let's eliminate this for now. Next is Azure policy. Azure policy is basically tells you the rules, defines the rules, and here we are not talking about any rules, right? Okay, so next thing is here question you see back again. Okay, on premises and multi cloud environments, so that is Azure Arc. So yesterday we had discussed, right, whenever we have a service that to be deployed in local as well as a cloud, that is a multi cloud environment, so then Azure Arc is the right choice for you guys. Okay, so Azure Arc is the right answer. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So your actual exam, though these were also some of the question. Now you see these your questions might be this lengthy, okay, in exams. So at some questions will be this lengthy only in exam. So you need to read them carefully. Okay. So we'll see the questions now. Your company hosts an accounting application named App1 that is used by the customer of a company. Okay. App 1 has a low usage during first 3 weeks of each month and very high usage during last week of each month. So it means that first 3 weeks low and last week, fourth week, it's peak. Okay. Which benefit of Azure Cloud Service suppose the cost management of this type? So any guesses over here? So which benefit they're asking of the cloud service? Okay, so Vijay had answered load balancing or elasticity. Okay, any other answers? High latency, elasticity. Okay, so let's see the answers one by one. Okay, so the first thing it tells that the benefit, right? So here, let's see, and here 3 weeks low, fourth week high. So high availability is not into the picture because fourth week probably it will not be available at times, or it will be available but probably it will not be able to process the request for quite fast. So this is wrong. High latency, its latency is basically how fast you can get the things from the internet. Okay, not a right answer. Okay, next, load balancing. So load balancing is basically distributing the loads, right? Distributing the loads. Okay, yes, might be the right answers, but one more is there, elasticity. Elasticity is like scale out, scale in, right? So load balancing just helps you to distribute the load, but first you need to scale out and scale in the things to have load balancing into the picture. So elasticity takes a higher priority, hence I'll go with elasticity. Okay, yes, load balance is the right option. If elasticity was not there, then load balance would have been the right answer. I'm just going with the elasticity because before having load balancing in place, we need scaling options, we need multiple resources, then only we can go out for elasticity. Yes, scale in, scale out, and scale in. So basically these both are scale out, scale in, right? When I tell scale out and scale in, it means the elasticity. First thing that comes into mind is elasticity when I tell scale out and scale in. Okay, so elasticity also can be like a single word for scale out and scale in. Okay, so you can just go with this. We'll go with the next question now. Okay, so anyone has a doubt, just ping, we'll answer it. Yeah, you plan to migrate a web application to Azure. Okay, the web application is accessed by the external user. You need to recommend a cloud deployment to minimize the amount of administrative effort used to manage the web application. So which one would you use? Software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, or database as a service? So which one you would use? Okay, we'll be a bit quick. So just type in and let's. I'll just wait for two answers and I'll get go ahead. Okay. So IAS pass. Okay. We have two answers here. Let's see what are the possible answers. Okay. First thing, let's see database as a service. No. What I'll do with database? I'll directly eliminate this. Infrastructure as a service. and software as a service. So software as a service is now related to your deployment, right? Here it's telling you have an application, you need to deploy it. So software as a service also no. Infrastructure as a service, yes, you deploy a web application, but the administrative cost remains that much, right? You need to update the OS, you need to maintain the licenses, you need to send the patch to all the OS and so on. Okay, so um, infrastructure as a service is also not right answer. The only remaining answer is PaaS. So as I when I was mentioning IaaS, PaaS and all, right, I told one point that PaaS lets developers to just code and worry less on the deployment and administrative part. Okay, so PaaS is the right answer. Whenever there is a thing, right, minimize the amount of administrative effort, it directly clearly indicates that this is PaaS. Okay, and also one more thing, you might there might be option of SaaS also, right? But here it's telling you plan to migrate an application. They're telling that you already have a application and you're planning to migrate that application. It means that SaaS also eliminates from the list, and the only option is in platform as a service. Okay, we'll go to the next one now. Okay, these kind of questions also you will get in Azure. Okay, I mean the exam where you need to select the right answers. You need to click on this and select the right answers. Okay, so these points are like 2 points for this. Okay, so which cloud deployment is used for Azure Virtual Machine and Azure SQL databases? First thing, Azure Virtual Machine, which deployment might be used? So options are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Which one might be used? And for SQL, again, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So which two answers should you choose? So this question is for generally 2 or 4 marks. Okay, so it's generally here it's telling 1 point. Okay, so what kind of the deployment is this? What type of cloud provider is this? Okay, Azure Virtual Machine, I'll just go for Azure Virtual Machine now. People are telling IaaS. Okay, for both IaaS. Okay, SaaS, IaaS. Okay, let's see. Whenever I tell Azure Virtual Machine, it's clearly IaaS. Okay, no doubt in that, IaaS. Okay, and SQL databases or web application, these generally relate PaaS. It means that you need to do some sort of coding. They give you a platform, you just need to put your data there. Okay, so Azure Virtual Machine is infrastructure as a service, and Azure SQL database is platform as a service. Okay, so answers are infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. Let's see whether we are right. Yeah, yes. Okay, so next one. So these sort of questions are basically you will get 2 or 4 questions, and the same scenario will be there. You just need to tell yes or no. Okay, but the catch here is other questions. Once you click on the yes, I mean answer, you can come back once you are in next question. But these set of questions, right? Once you click, you can't come back. Okay, so you just need to be sure when you click the answer and submit in these scenarios. Okay, the questions. Let's not worry about this. So these are generic terms written in all this, so you can just read it. I'll be sharing this PPT anyhow. But here you are tasked to deploy Azure virtual machines for your company. You need to make sure, okay, you need to make use of appropriate cloud deployment solutions. Okay, you should make use of platform as a service. Does the solution meet your goal? Yes or no? Okay, no, yes. We have 2 answers here. Yes. Okay, we have couple of answers now. We'll see. So the question directly tells that we have a virtual machine in place, right? Okay, when the virtual machine in place, what they have given the solution is PaaS, and virtual machine is not PaaS; it's a IaaS. So the solution meet the goal. Answer will be no. Okay. Next question, similar question, what they have asked, same question. So it will be a continuity question. Okay, for one it's no, and then it will be yes. So something like that will be there. So there might be 4 or different questions of the same cadre. Okay, but you just need to be sure when you select the answers. Okay, so same, you're tasked to deploy Azure virtual machine for your company. Okay, Here they tell you you should make use of infrastructure as a service. So there it was platform. We explained that okay, Azure virtual machine is linked to the infrastructure as a service. So the right answer is yes. It's a straightforward answer once you looked into the previous question. But be sure or make sure that you don't come back. I mean, ideally you can't come back to the next previous question in these kind of scenarios. So make sure that you choose the right answers whenever you are writing the exams. Okay. Again, one more sort of questions here. 3 marks you can get. Okay. So here it's just true or false. Okay, they give you a statement, you just need to tell true or false. Okay. A platform as a service solution that hosts web apps in Azure provides full control of the operating system that hosts the application. Yes or no? Okay. Yes, yes. Is it for this? Okay. Um. Okay, you got the question. Platform as a service that hosts the web apps in Azure provides the full control of the operating system. Okay. So next question is basically platform as a service that hosts the web apps provides the ability to scale the platform automatically. And platform as a service that hosts web apps provides the professional development services to continuously add the features to custom applications. Okay, just type in one single thing. That first answer yes, no, no, something like that you can type. Okay. If So there are 3 questions. So then it means that okay, yes, no, yes. So type something how Rahul has typed. Okay. So okay. So we'll see yes, yes, no. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. So platform as a service that hosts the web apps in Azure provides full control of operating system and that hosts the application. So platform as a service never gives you a control on operating system. It only manages the operating system. If it has to give a control on operating system, then it would have been the IAS. But here you're not worried about the operating system. The first answer will be no. Here, platform as a service provides the ability to scale the platform automatically. Yes, right, yes, because we have the scaling options in the web apps. Okay. Next thing, development Azure provides the development services to continuously add features to custom. Yes, platform as a service obviously provide the features to add something new on code wise. Okay. So the answer would be no, yes, yes. Okay. So I hope I'm clear here, right? So you got the, just read the question what it does and try to eliminate it or try to deduct the answers from what it does itself. Okay. Next set of question. Okay. You are when you are implementing the software as a service, so we are just implementing a SaaS now. You are what you're responsible for: configuring the high availability, defining scalability rules, installing the SaaS solution, configuring the SaaS solution. Yeah. So what might be the answer here? So you consider you are deploying a SaaS solution. Now, what are you responsible for? Configuring high availability, scalability rules, installing SaaS solution, configuring the SaaS solution. You can type 1 2 3 4 if you are a bit lazy to type whole of answers. So you can type 1 2 3 4. I can just uh, get the answers from there. Okay. So no need to type whole solutions. You can just type 1 2 3 4 over here. Configuring the SaaS, installing and configuring the SaaS, defining scalability rules. Okay. Um, we have multiple answers now. So let's say configuring high availability. No, because SaaS is already defined. They take care of the things. So you need not do anything. Okay. Next, defining scalability rules. Again, we need to worry when you are installing the SaaS. It's their headache to take care of all this stuff. You're just buying the license, right? You need not do anything. Installing the SaaS might be the right answer, and configuring the SaaS also might be the right answer here. Okay. But here already they were telling you're implementing a software as a solution. It's a bit confusing over here, it might be a bit confusing over here, but generally this software as a service, right? Any tools, you don't install it ideally, you configure the things in a production environment and stuff, right? When you're dealing with the when you're dealing with the open source, you ideally don't tell you're installing the service into the Kubernetes or you are installing the service there. You are just telling you are configuring the service over there. So whenever you are talking about SaaS, it's configuring the SaaS solution. Okay, so the right answer is configuring the SaaS solution. Okay, so these kind of things also have you can get the questions where you just need to drag. I'm not able to drag here, it's just the image, but basically how you need to do is you just need to click on one of the option and drag it into this box. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. Okay, so you can just tell the answers for this like in the right way. So the answer options are disaster recovery, fault tolerance, low latency, and dynamic scalability. Let's see the questions. Okay, a cloud service that remains available even after a failure occurs. Okay, a cloud service that can be recovered after a failure occurs. Okay, a cloud service that performs quickly when demand increases. Okay, a cloud service that can be accessed quickly from the internet. Okay, so it's up to just you just need to what you need to do is you just need to drag the answers and put it. So let me just tell the answers because I know it's tough to, you can just guess the answers over here. For the first one, because we have in the interest of time, we can't just type whole of the answers. You can just type like in the pattern we have, right? 1 2 3 4, or in that manner you can type. Okay, so you just do a match the following and type the answers for me. We'll just wait for 15 or 20 seconds. 2143. Okay, so yes, how Bhuvan has done, so similarly you can just type in the answers. Okay, okay, we have got only one answer. Let's 3142. Okay, so let's try to decode the answers. Okay, cloud service that remains available after a failure occurs. So it's post failure occurs, it is still available. Okay, so it means that it can't be latency, it can't be scalability. So it is either disaster recovery or fault tolerance. So here it is telling available. Okay, it means that it's available, so it means something is tolerating. So the only answer is fault tolerance over here. Okay, cloud service that can be recovered after a failure occurs. So it means that it can be recovered, something has been lost but it can be recovered. It means that disaster recovery. So these can't be the answers, it means that disaster recovery is the right answer. Okay, cloud service that performs quickly when demand increases. So performs quickly when demand increases, load increases scale and so on. So low, not low latency but scalability, so dynamic scalability. Okay, cloud service that can be accessed quickly from the internet. Whenever internet comes into picture, there's a latency, it means that low latency is the right option. Okay, yes, so the answer is 2143. Okay, so you just need to drag the answers and make it like this. Okay, so in the exam, okay, it's quite a big question. Let's try to answer read the question first and then eliminate the answer accordingly. Okay, your company has on-premises network that contains multiple servers. Okay, company plans to the reduce the following administrative responsibility. What are the responsibilities? Backing up the application, replacing the failed server hardware. Okay, managing physical server security, updating server operating system, managing permissions to shared document. Okay, so they are planning to reduce these things. Now company plans to migrate the servers to Azure virtual machine. It means that they're using IaaS. Okay, you need to identify which administrative responsibilities will be eliminated after the planned migration. So some of the responsibilities will be there, but which might be the eliminated. So replacing failed hardware, backing up and application and data, managing physical server security, updating server operating system, managing permissions to shared document. Okay, so which two might be like avoided with the IAS? You can just type one, two, something like that. Okay. Okay, replacing failed hardware. We are so if you see here, read the question properly. That's why I told you. So which two? So what you will do? You generally in exam you will not see. You will choose the right answer, but it will be like which two responsibilities. It means that it's expecting two answers over here. So please read this carefully. Okay. Because there might be possibility even if you choose the right answer you will lose 1 point, right? So it means that it's expecting two things here. Okay, 3 and 5, A and C. Okay. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so replacing, it's clearly tells that IAS. Okay, it is telling that it's IAS. So IAS, I'm not bothered about hardware and all. So it's, this one is actually right. We'll see. We'll keep this at side. So we'll mark A. Okay, backing up and application data. Yes, you need to do it with IAS because you are owner of the data again. So this responsibility will not be avoided. Managing physical server security, yes, you will not be bothering about the physical server. So C also might be the thing, so we'll keep it, we'll not tick it and submit it, but we'll see the other options though. Yeah. Updating server operations, yes, you need to do it because OS is in your hand, license is in your hand, you need to release the patches and so on, right? Managing permissions to shared document, again, this how to you have to do it because the documentation you have control. So the right option what we found is A and C. Yes, replacing failed hardware, you ideally don't have to do this, and managing the physical server security. Yeah. Okay. So you can just type in yes, no, yes, no. Okay, here. So this is with respect to capex and opex. Building a data center infrastructure is an example of operational expenditure. Yes or no? Monthly salaries for technical personnel are an example of operational expenditure. Yes or no? Leasing a software is an example of operational expenditure. Yes or no? So you can tell like no, yes, no, yes, no, something like that. You can do. So ping in your answers. Yes, no, yes. Okay. No, yes, no. Okay, yes, no, yes. Okay. Let's see what might be the answer. Okay. If you see here, building a data center infrastructure is an example of operational expenditure. So it means clearly tells that building a data center infrastructure, you are putting the money on infrastructure. So considering you are putting a money to buy a house, get a house, it means that you are putting a capital expenses. So it is a capex. So clear answer is no. Okay, here monthly salaries for technical personnel. So you buy a house, you pay the things for your watchman. Okay, that is a operational. To have a proper function, you pay for watchman, you pay for your house help and so on, right? It means that it's a operational expenditure. Yes. Leasing a software is an example of operational expenditure. You have a water purifier, monthly you need to get it serviced. You took AMC or something, so it's an operational expenditure. So the answer is no, yes, yes. Okay. So the next question, I hope I'm clear over here. So we'll go to the next question. Okay. You, one more, same, yes, no, yes, no. You can create a resource group inside another resource group. Okay. An Azure virtual machine can be in multiple resource group. Okay. A resource group can contain Azure resources from multiple Azure regions. So again, you can type in yes, no, same way. Okay. No, yes, no. Okay. No, no, yes. Okay. No, no, yes. Okay. So let's see what might be the answers. Okay. You can create a resource group inside another resource group. The answer is no. Okay. You can't create resource group inside another resource group. It can't be a nested containers. So it's just like one container inside that resources. So the answer is clearly no over here. An Azure resource and Azure virtual machine can be in multiple resource group. So I one of the questions we saw in back, right? A resource group can be part, or one single resource can be part of multiple resource group at the same time. No, the answer was no. Similarly, Azure is virtual machine is a resource. Can it be part of multiple resource group? No. Okay. So the answer is no over here. A resource group can contain resource from multiple Azure regions. Yes. In one container, it can contain resource from America, India, China, and so on. Okay. So this answer is yes. So the answer is no, no, yes. Okay. Next question. Auto scaling is an example of agility, elasticity, geodistribution, and predictability. So we have seen the same question sometime back. So I think this should be easy one to answer for you guys. Yeah. Elasticity. Some more answers. Elasticity. Okay. Let me just log in. Just give me a moment. Okay. Yes. So the answer is clear here. Auto scaling is an example of elasticity. Okay. So some told geo distribution. So geo distribution is basically distributing in resource in multiple places, and that's not ideal case, because auto scaling you are actually putting more resources, right? Whenever load increases, you are putting more resources, more resources, more resources. You're adding. So ideally, you're not distributing these resources. It can be at the same location. You're putting more resources. Okay. So elasticity is the right option. Okay. Next question. Um, so this is with respect to the storage account. Archive access tier is set at storage account level. Okay. Hot access tier is recommended for data that is accessed and modified quite frequently. Cool access tier is recommended for long-term backups. So yes, no, yes, no. Anyone? This is the last question. So yeah, no, yeah, no, yes. Okay. No, yes, no. Okay. Okay. We have multiple answers. So let's see now what is the answer. Okay. Archive access tier is set at a storage account level. No, the access tier is always set at a storage level, not the account level. So considering the blob, it is set at, while you are creating the blob, it is set, okay, at that level. It's not like you are creating on a parent level, you are creating it at a child level. So the answer is no. Okay. Hot access tier is recommended for data that is accessed and modified frequently. The answer is yes, because yes, hot access tier, we have seen that some data that is used quite frequently, the answer is used. Okay, so that is the right answer. And next is basically, um, the cool access tier is recommended for long-term backups. No, because long-term backups is, when I tell long-term backups, it's basically some old data which you are not using but you need those data, and this type of data is generally in archive access tier. So the answer is no, yes, and no. Okay. Yep. So these things done, I'm done from my question side. So I hope you have enjoyed this session, and you have been really good for all these 5 days, asking good questions and so on. So I wish all the best for your exams, do well, and hopefully all get certified soon. Yeah, so you have any doubt, you can just contact me on LinkedIn. I'm with my LinkedIn name Dilip by itself, so you can just contact me on LinkedIn whenever you have any doubts regarding the Azure and so on. Yeah. So yeah, over to you, Lakshit.
Yeah, so hello everyone. So Lakshit this side. So now it's going to be the fun part. We are going to start with a quiz. So I'm just going to share one link with you all. All you need to do is open slider.com in your system, maybe on your phone if you have slider.com. If you are using your phone, you can just, okay, this is the link. So just please open this link in your phone or maybe in your laptop. So I have just shared this link and you have to use this code, right? So I'm just sharing my screen. You can just, okay, just give me a second. Let me just share the screen. I hope my screen is visible, right? Yeah, it's visible. So you can see this is the code and you need, either you can just scan this QR code or you can just simply search for slido.com and type this code over there. The code is 1963581. So let me just paste the code right over here too. So 1963581. This is the code, guys. Just search for, just scan this QR code in your mobile phone, in your smartphone, and just be ready for the quiz. And don't type any random name right there. Don't type any random name like some your Instagram ID, maybe it could be something. Just type your original name because we won't be able to identify if it's you or someone else if you will type some random creepy name over there. Just try to use your own name. So yeah, I'm waiting, guys. Let's see how many people have joined. Okay. Yeah, so this is the code, guys. Yeah, so you can just simply search for this. Just scan this QR code and just either you can just type the slider.com, type this the numbers that you can see over here 1963581. So we have some prizes for top three because we have made it to day five, day three. So that's why we have some prizes for you all, and your certificates are for everyone. So everyone will be getting the certificate. So don't worry on that. So yeah, can we touch something around 40? So can more people joining? If anyone is facing any doubt or any query while joining this link, just let me know over the Steam or over this YouTube link. If anyone is facing any doubt or any query, please let me know over here. That's great. That's great. Let's wait a couple of more minutes to people join. Yeah, people are still joining. Yeah. Okay, and there are some rules for this quiz, guys. So you need to be quick and you need to be very very fast because there are points based on your timings also. So if you will answer the question in 1 second, you will be higher in the leaderboard. If you will select this right answer in 5 seconds, you will be a little bit lower in the leaderboard. So time is the most big factor right over here. So please be quick while just read the question quickly and just try to check the answers. There are some very basic questions that I have just used in this quiz. So be quick while answering your questions. Even if you are just, those who are just sending some random, those who are some, putting some random stones in the river, you can just be quick while answering your question. So I'm just waiting for, let's see if we can just go to 50. Okay, let's wait for more people to join. So I can just wait for a couple of more minutes. If you're joining, just let me know. If you are facing any doubt, any query, please let me know, guys. Okay, now let's start the quiz, guys. So I'm just starting the quiz. Okay. So now you will see this is the first question in your screen. So it is a system's ability to scale dynamically is known as. So just we have covered in this today's lecture also. So what is the ability? What's the system ability to scale dynamically? So what we call this agility, scalability, extensibility, elasticity. What we call this thing? Be quick while answering your questions, guys. Three, two, one. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what's the right answer. So 46% has gone with scalability, 37% gone with elasticity. So let's see what's the right answer. So right answer is elasticity. So now if you will just see the leaderboard, so Kinsuk is the first who has answered. So now let's see the next question. What is the range of values that can be stored in int data type in C? So this is a basic C++ questions like, like what are the range that int data type is having. So what is the range of int data type? This is the question, guys. So it is minus 256 to 256, minus 2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31, minus 1, and 0 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. So what's the right answer, guys? Be quick while answering your questions. One, let's see. Okay, 51% has answered second option. Okay, let's see now if the leaderboard had changed or not. Still the leaderboard is same. Let's see another question. Ability of system to run for extended periods of time is known as. So what we call the ability to run for extended time periods, like higher availability, fault tolerance, disaster recovery, or agility. So what we call this, guys? 26 people has already answered. Let's see how many. 28 people had answered already. And yeah, 31 people had answered. Guys, be quick. 32, 32, 34 people had answered. Yeah, finally. So let's see what's the answer. So 54% has said high availability. So the answer is, yeah, the first answer is right. It's high availability. So let's jump off to the next question. That is, small company usually have a dash price per unit due to their scale. Low, medium, high. What type of scaling companies prefer? Small companies prefer. Okay. 26 people had answered. 32, 33, 33. Can we get some this number more? So 38, 40. So let's see. Okay. So 39 people has answered low. Let's see. 39. The answer is high. So third is the right answer. 27 people has answered it right. So let's see the next thing. Which of the following specifies best use of cloud? Is it economics of scale, fixed pricing, cost and prediction, or it is what? Just be quick with your answers. 26 people had answered it already. 29 people. And guys, please be quick. 30 people had answered. Still, there are some people left. 10 to 15 people left. Yeah. Okay. 16 people still left. Okay. 3, 2. one. Let's see. So 77 people has gone with the economics of scale. So let's see, was the right answer? Yeah, this is the right answer, economics of scale. Let's see the next question. So next question is right over here. Capital expenditure describes an action of spending companies fund on renting services infrastructure over time. True or false? So while capital expenditure, like what type of company, matlab, company funds on renting services over time? What type of action company use? So is it true or false? Just read the question properly. Let's see was the 35 people had answered. Oh, okay, 37. Yeah, this time we are pretty quick, guys. Okay, so true is the majority of people. So this is a false statement. Majorly people has gone with true statements. Let's see. Having your own data center infrastructure as a dash cost associated initial over time both A and B. Having your own data center infrastructure has a dash cost associated. So the right answer is fifth. So the right answer is initial. So that's the initial cost. So let's see the next question. So OneDrive is an example of. So you must have gone through the terms that the lecture already explained, like platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service. So what is a type? OneDrive is example of what? Is it a software based, infrastructure based, or a platform based service? Nine, 38 people had answered already. I guess yeah, 40 people had answered. Three, two, one. Let's see. Okay, it's like a 50-50 situation. So let's see the answer. The right answer is SaaS, software based, software as a service. So let's see the next question. Full form of TCP. So you must have, if you have heard about this TCP term. So this is something called, okay, full form of TCP, like, so transmission control protocol. Okay, let's see what's the right answer. Yeah, okay. The next question is, which service provides network traffic filtering across virtual networks? Okay, you said Azure Firewall. So yeah, Azure Firewall is the right answer. So now let me just pause the quiz and now, okay. So guys, just give me a second. I'm just sharing you one link. So this is the feedback link you all need to fill. This is a mandatory feedback link. By filling this link, you will be getting your certificates. So please fill this link only, and we will see. And let's see the winners also. I'm gonna announce the winners too. So winners will be contacted via your mail. Okay. So Abhishek. Okay. So all the winners will be contacted via their mail. So please be last two question one not given an option and choosing the answers. So yeah, we will eliminate the last two questions. Don't worry. This has been some technical glitch from our side. So don't worry for that. Okay. So this has been a technical glitch. So we will just eliminate those last questions, two questions. So leaderboard will be decided. Guys, leaderboard will be decided on the first eight questions only. So the yeah, so you will be getting the certificates. Everyone will be getting the certificates, and the swags are for some specific people. So let me just, yes, someone has named anonymous here. I'm not sure who is this people. I already told why you guys did anonymous, because, and okay, let me see. Okay, so anything else? Can comment. So guys, this is the link that I have already, that is coming in your link. That is metrics that matter. So you need to fill the. Okay, you need to fill. I'm really sorry for that. So you need to fill the. You need to fill this feedback link over there. This is mandatory, and everyone will be getting the certificate. And thank you, Dalip sir, for joining us for the incredible 5 days boot camp. It was really our pleasure to host you, and it was a really great journey by every time for me, to host you, sir. And this is the link I've
Right,
already
thank
shared, and you will be getting everything over your mail too. So thank you, sir. Thank you for joining in, and thank you everyone for joining.
you. Thank you, guys. All the best. Bye bye.
Yeah, guys, all the best for your exam, and thank you, guys. Bye bye.